And it's a wide open 3-year-old sprint handicap, this, isn't it? Atomic Mass has, I think, found his way to favouritism. Yes, he has. 11-4 at the moment from Lady Roxby. And you can make a case for plenty of these. Atomic Mass, certainly an improving horse. He's benefited from dropping back in trip on his last 2 starts. He was tried over a mile at Doncaster in May, but just too keen. He's not a horse that's effective over that trip. But they came back to 5.5 furlongs at Wetherby on his penultimate start, and he did it nicely that day. Form's not the strongest, but he's unexposed over this distance. And I'd imagine that the stiff track will suit him. All I would say, I'd imagine he's a horse that's going to want covering up a little bit by Billy Garrity, and you know what it can be like when you try and ride one to get the cover here at Beverley. It can cram up a little bit and mean that you need plenty of luck, which would personally just put me off at the price that he is. Can definitely see him winning. I think he'll be travelling well, looking for room inside the final couple of furlongs, Atomic Mass. If he gets it, he might well win. But there is a possibility that you're looking at a hard luck story if the way that I think he'll be ridden is correct. Lady Roxby, she kind of fits the same bill, really. She was unlucky in running at Thirsk last time out, but she has generally been a hold-up filly so far. So again, Jack Mitchell is going to need a little bit of luck on her. I prefer to look for horses that you kind of know will be on the speed and in the right position. And I suppose that the next 2 in the market, Brazilian Belle and Cheerleader, both fit that bill. I think the speed in the race will come from Alpha Sea Breeze, but she's very keen going, and whether she'll have the legs to quite last out up the hill, I'm not sure. Alpha Sea Breeze, she maybe just does a little bit too much in her races, albeit she is dropping back to the minimum distance today. That will help her, having raced over 7 last time out. But I think Cheerleader and Brazilian Belle will be in the right positions through this race. I expect them to sit prominent but taking a lead, and maybe if Alpha Sea Breeze doesn't quite last out, then they could be the 2 that are nicely poised to pounce. Cheerleader, she's been in great form this year, won her 2 starts already at Redcar and Catterick, and she's clocked some good times as well in doing that. So although she's gone up £10 for her latest win at Catterick and the handicapper hasn't missed her, the time figures would suggest that she still could be ahead of her rating potentially of 64. And Brazilian Belle has got stall 1 in her favour today. She's very closely matched with both Lady Roxby and Angelic Bugler. They all contested the same race at Thirsk last time out, and there was not much between any of them really, but stall 1 might just swing things in the favour of Brazilian Belle, and David Egan, I would think, will be keen to make use of stall number 1. Others in here, Juno Star, she's dropping back to 5 furlongs. She's been running over 6 and 7 so far this year, but dropping back on a stiff track. Kieran Fallon takes the ride on her, and I think Juno Star will be the final one into the stall. So we'll go up to Malcolm for the 3:23.
Spot on, Martin. Just Juno Star to come forward here into stall number 4. Rest of them in, standing up pretty well at the moment. Juno Star coming in. Stall handler emerging. That's it. They're all in. We're set to race. They're off over 5 furlongs for the George Kilburn Memorial Handicap Stakes. Good start by Alpha Sea Breeze, a silver jacket with a nose band to the inside. Also breaking well is Angelic Bugler in the maroon and yellow, and 3 deep Invincible Crown in the brown and beige, also nose banded. Atomic Mass tucks in behind them with Cheerleader, the blue sleeves to the near side, then the hoop cap on the inside of Brazilian Belle. Settling towards the back, Lady Roxby in black and yellow, also well back in black and orange is Juno Star, and Fair Call is last as they head up the hill back towards halfway already. Angelic Bugler to the inside, Cheerleader making ground in the centre between horses Invincible Crown. Alpha Sea Breeze behind those from Atomic Mass, trying to pick up deep on the track is Lady Roxby. Plenty of chances here, back towards the final furlong they come. Lady Roxby over the front attacks and goes on by a couple of lengths in short time. Brazilian Belle trying to come out of the pack from the rear of the field. Juno Star's running on, but it's Lady Roxby scorching away here for Michael Harrington and Jack Mitchell, and Lady Roxby goes on to soar comfortably to Brazilian Belle. Third was Juno Star in front of Atomic Mass in 4th.
Lady Roxby has hosed up, hasn't she, on her second start for Michael Harrington. She was an eye-catcher at Thirsk last time out. We're not getting the clearest of runs, and she's managed to swing right around the outside, quicken up really smartly, and see off Brazilian Belle, who was locked up with nowhere to go up the inside. She didn't have the most luck, and if she'd have got a clearer run and got out a bit sooner, I think it would have been a bit more of a tussle between the pair. But Lady Roxby, really impressive actually on her second 3-year-old start. That's a good performance, and she could be a filly that's got a few more wins in her yet. Michael Harrington does